Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Leschwitz Recital Hall. At this time, we ask that you please silence your electronic devices and locate the nearest exit in the event of an emergency. Please note that food, drink, and flash photography are not permitted in the hall. Thank you and enjoy the performance.
You guys want to hear a funny story about these pants? So I was gonna put on a black pair of pants today, and any of you guys watch SpongeBob when you were a kid? You know that one episode where he's trying to impress Sandy, and then like, yeah. So we're rocking blue pants today. That first piece was a piece by Bach. It's a Prelude on marimba. Well, it was originally written for piano, but I played it on marimba. That piece we just played was Cousin Mary by John Coltrane. I'm a very big John Coltrane fan. I feel like most jazz musicians are. And that was probably the first jazz swing tune that I fell in love with, so I felt the need to play it at this concert. The next song we're gonna play is a standard called Stella by Starlight, and I'm gonna be on vibraphone for this. And it's gonna be featuring a little quartet we have here, me on vibes, Will on trumpet, Matt on drums, and Dom on bass. This next tune's called Bags and Trane. When I first started listening to vibraphone when I was 14, I already knew about John Coltrane, and my uncle, I was like, hey, who are some vibraphonists? And he said, check out Milt Jackson. So I looked up Milt Jackson. There was a record with him and John Coltrane, and I was like, all right, cool. And this is the title track, and it's going to be featuring Ryan Houston on sax. Yo, Dad, you want to see something cool? Yeah? Bet. Yep. So that last song was Naima, also by John Coltrane. I really like him. If you guys can't tell. For the last song of the first set, we're gonna be doing a piece by a different tenor saxophonist that I like. His name's Wayne Shorter. He unfortunately passed away last year. Rest in peace. He was great. This song is called Yes or No. It's off of his album Juju, which is my favorite album of his, and it's gonna be featuring Alex, Dorian, Will, Matt, Dom. One, two, one, two, one, two, Will on trumpet, Dorian on flugelhorn, Alex on tenor, Matt on drums, Dom on bass. I play that thingy. Yeah. I'll see you guys in 10. We're gonna have an intermission. Or leave. Goodbye. Yo, any of you guys know Young Mallet? Look, I'm bartering a bar again, chocolate-covered cannabis. Put the power out with powder snow and candelabra tips. Rolling with the punchline, showing why the song hits. Little local coffee shop, now a global mosh pit. Opening my mind, I speak in tongues and talk to aliens. Dialects that I inflect until it's time to bail again. Jeffrey wrote the verse, and now I'm rearranging it. Look, I'm stumbling like tumbleweeds and breezing through the day. Changing dates and faces, always phasing through my state. Another name, same results, staying same but rattled. These apples don't fall far from trees and orchards rather fragile. I can't sugarcoat my message, I already sweeten tongues. Exploring other methods, before I speak I'll run. Imploding my expression, owning up to what I've done. But the owner can't afford it, so my consequences none. This is my genius interview, little man on pay-per-view. Pivot off my limit, fidgeting right through my rendezvous. Detail like a critic, I'm implicitly rewritten and a bit contingent on my divots. But I'll admit it, I profit off a fit of rage and stage another gimmick. Always wishing that I didn't, but still picking off the stitches. I can't keep the band together, so I open up the bridges, light up. Hi. So that song is, one Christmas I was making a beat. I just got Logic on my computer, and I had a friend who, he was rapping at the time, and he's also a poet, and he wrote something, and he's like, yo, make a beat to this. I made a beat to it. He ended up deciding that he doesn't want to rap anymore, which is cool, but he ended up saying to me, like, yo, if you want to use this, use it. So I rewrote a couple of things in it, but made a beat around it, and then I was like, you know what? This man, his name's Jeffrey Rapport. I don't know if he's watching right now. I hope he is. If not, all good. But he's been a very good friend of mine for a very long time, and I wanted to perform that in honor of him. Yeah. This next song it's a Charlie Parker tune. I wanted to make sure I got at least one straight ahead bebop tune in my list of tunes that I'm doing, and Professor Steve Nelson over there has been working with me a lot on bebop. Everybody, round of applause. I'm lucky enough to study with one of my favorite vibraphonists, like living or dead. That man's a genius, and he's very humble. He wouldn't ever say it, but like, listen to him play. But yeah, with that said, so I have a couple of cats on stage with me. One of them, Jacob, he's a clarinet player, and I was like, yo, do you play the bass clarinet? And he was like, no, but I do, but like not jazz. And I was like, yo, you wanna, you know? So I'm excited to have him on it. Ryan, if you guys don't know, I've been roommates with Ryan for a while. And Dorian, another great cat. I also wanted to say real quick, the people on the last one, we had Jei dancing. If you look over there, Jei and Javier, those were them, and then also Kiefer, the guitar player in my band, are the three first friends that I made in high school, and they're still with me, and I'm very happy to have them here and to have Jei on the stage. Jei, you killed that. That was dope. In addition to that, we had Nathan Siegelov on the marimba. Nathan shot my documentary, which some of you guys saw, and I'm also happy to have him on the stage because he's an exceptional percussionist. We also had Roland, who is a classical percussionist here and also studies under Steve Nelson as a jazz musician. And then last but definitely not least, Amodia. She, I don't mean to put her on blast, but she just got accepted into the jazz program here. She's a freshman, and she's transferring to the jazz program. And I'm proud because I've been teaching her vibraphone lessons for a couple of months, so I'm really proud of her. She's also an amazing producer. If any of you guys sing or rap or whatever and you need beats, hit her up. She's crazy with it. So without further ado, this is Confirmation by Charlie Bird Parker. Yeah.
You guys having fun? I know I am. I'm having a great time. One, two, one, two, one, two, three.
So y'all are gonna have to excuse me for 1 second because I have to bring another piece of equipment from Narnia. So 1 second. They make them in different colors. So I'm gonna invite my professors on stage for a song. You know, when I decided to do that piece by Bird, I was like, you know, bebop is challenging to me. I like bebop, but it's hard. And then I was like, you know what's even harder? Inner Urge by Joe Henderson. If anybody's a jazz musician, you know that song's really hard. And then I said, hey, because I'm a musical masochist, let me make my life even worse by having my professors on stage, so now I can't slip up. So I'd like to invite Professor Mike Lee, Professor Steve Nelson, Professor Bill Mooring, and Dr. Oscar Perez. Yeah. I also do want to say real quick, yo, this is a really dope audience. Like, thank you everybody who came. Like, I'm having a lot of fun. And it's also like a really wide group of people. I see people from the jazz department. I see people that I met at Meat Locker. I have a bunch of my relatives. My grandpa's never heard me play vibraphone before, and he's here from Colombia, all the way from Medellin. Can we get a round of applause? Yeah, so without further ado, let's see if I embarrass myself or not.
To be on stage with us, but he was gigging as musicians do. So peace and love to him. With that said, Matt, this cat's killing. Like, come on, One, two, three, four.
Before our penultimate song, I do want to say real quick a couple of things about the professors. Oscar Perez is the reason I'm at this department, at this school. He's helped me out a lot, and I'm very grateful. Mike Lee was my first combo professor. Wait, is he here? I kind of want him. Mike Lee was my first combo professor. I remember my freshman. Hey, what's up? My freshman year, I'd never really gotten any formal jazz education, so I remember that first semester was rough just because it was like, oh, this is a 2-5-1. This is a different piece of jazz jargon that none of the jazz musicians in here would know, you know. But I've learned a lot from him. I'm very thankful. Bill, he would jam with me sometimes, just upright bass and drums, and it really helped me lock my feeling as a jazz drummer. Because, you know, coming from playing a bunch of screamo and hardcore punk on the drums and then going to jazz, it's a hard switch. And Professor Nelson, the whole reason I have a decent concept of the vibes now is because of him. He's really he's very patient, but he's also very, he asks a lot, but he doesn't ask it to be instant. So there's a lot of room for me to learn and grow and improve, but there's also the demands here, you do need to be there. And I'm glad that he put that expectation for me because I've thrived. So I'm thankful for all of them. For the penultimate song, so these last two songs are two songs that are very special to me. Any of you guys like Adventure Time? So, you know, when I was I'd say up until maybe the age of 17, I didn't have a lot of friends, so I spent a lot of time practicing drums, watching cartoons, and playing video games. And one of my favorite cartoons was Adventure Time. And there's a song from Adventure Time that I was listening to it one time. I formerly used to play in a band called Golder, and the bass player was playing the bass melody of it, and I was like, oh yeah, that song's really nice. And then I was like, wait, what if I put some jazz reharms on it? And then I brought it to Rachel Z's advanced jazz theory class, and she liked it, and I started thinking about it, and I was like, you know, this is a jazz tune, you know, not every song that's played in a jazz context needs to be something that was written before 1980, and then I was like, you know what, let's do it. I'm gonna invite Adrianna back on stage. I got Derick, Matt Matt is the rock of this ensemble right now, thank you very much. Dom also, I've known Dom since high school, and being on stage with him 7 years later is surreal, so this is pretty cool. So the name of this song, I think some of you guys might know it, is Everything Stays. Yeah. Okay, it works, cool. I thought I should also mention, I'm trying to get the audio files for this from Phil Clifford, the guy who runs the digital and audio tech program behind this, so I might drop this on Spotify also, this live recording, so stay tuned. go in the garden. You'll find something waiting right there where you left it, lying upside down. When you finally find it, you'll see how it's faded. The underside is lighter when you turn it around. Everything stays right where you left it. Everything stays, but it still changes ever so slightly, daily and nightly, in little ways, when everything stays. Aren't they awesome? Like, come on. I wanted to say real quick, you know, I got 21 people on my recital, myself included, and when I was putting this recital together, I was like, yo, I know so many talented musicians, I need to make sure that most of them are on this, and fortunately, many of them are. Adrianna on violin, Dom on bass, Matt on drums, Derick on guitar. Now, for this last song, I'm going to be inviting a couple people on stage with me, but real quick, want to make some thank yous. Thank you, my family. Thank you, mother. Thank you, father. They had to put up with a lot of late nights of me going, today I'm going to try to transcribe this, and then it being like 1 a.m. and my dad being like, what are you doing? Go to sleep. There's also, that's the jazz side of things. That's not referencing the fact that in high school, I really, really liked emo music, and I still do, but I would be practicing that. And like double kick and crashing cymbals is very annoying to deal with. So for that alone, like they deserve like a round of applause. Also, thank you to all my professors. Thank you everybody who came here. You know, I really like, I'm gonna be honest, I don't really like being the center of attention, like contrary to popular belief, but with that said, I do really just love performing, and the fact that I'm given an audience, and a big one at that, is like really cool, so thank you guys. Now, before I perform this last song, there's a little story behind it. So, when I came to Montclair as a freshman, it was straight out of the pandemic. I was like, man, you know what? I got all these ambitions and things that I want to do, and there were like two people who were very much older brother figures to me. One of them is on stage, his name's Derick Campos. This man, like, I don't know what to say. He's an amazing person, and I'm so grateful that he's in my life. Now, while he's an amazing person, this other amazing person actually has a funny story. So, my freshman year, I come to campus, and I'm like, you know what? When I was in the pandemic, I was like, I like hip-hop music, let me learn how to rap. And that's already ridiculous given, but with that said, I was like, I need a producer to make beats for these like crappy little rap songs that I'm working on. And one day I'm leaving the dining hall on campus, and a golden beam of light goes straight down to a table, and at that table I see this dude with a computer and one of those keyboards that, like, those MIDI keyboards that producers use to make beats. And I'm like, so I run over and I'm like, hey, what's up? Yeah, my name's Sparni, what's good? Yeah, I rap, you know, yeah, what's good? And he's like, you know, super polite and whatnot, but like, he's like, I'm a weirdo. I'm a weirdo now. Me 4 years ago was an even bigger one. And he's like making this beat, and he's like, yeah, I'm having trouble with the bass line. And I'm like, I know music theory. I could hear what key it's in. And go, woo. So I made a bass line on it. He goes, hey, that was cool. And I was like, yo, I rap, by the way. And he's like, oh yeah? And he turns the beat on. And so people are moving into college after the pandemic. And do any of you guys, probably not a lot of you guys, but I put out an album my sophomore year, and on that album was a song that I wrote in high school called Restless Teens. It was really depressing, and because I was very sad in high school, and I start rapping that song from it. And anybody who knows that song knows that the lyrics are not only depressing, but also inappropriate. So I'm just like, and like, people are moving in, I'm getting weird stares, and this dude turns to me and goes, nice, let's get to work. Sama the God, everybody! So this song that we're gonna be performing was the first song that he and I wrote together way back in 2020. It ended up going nowhere, but then when I was working on my album, I was like, you know what? There's a lot of just very sad and introspective songs on this. Let me bring this song back, and then my friend Ryan Matthews, who is an amazing producer and mastered my entire project, showed us this beat, and I was like, yeah, this one right here. So we recorded the song, it's out, it's off my album, it's my second song on it. And I'm gonna be inviting a horn section comprised of Adrienne Bazile, who just had a crazy good recital, by the way. My roommate Ryan Huston, and John Rivas, or as I call him, The Truth. Everybody, The Truth! The Truth! Ah! Yeah, so,
let me just say, I gotta use the bathroom really bad, but we're gonna go through it, okay? We're gonna go through it, and I also just wanna say, like, look at everybody. Like, you did this. You did that. Just remember that. Just remember that.
All right. The Greeks had Socrates. Y'all have me. I'm choking gasoline, so my bones atrophy. I aimed for the moon, then landed on Ganymede, so I can dance upon this beat like I'm a ballerine. The Greeks had Socrates, well look y'all have me. I'm choking gasoline, so my bones atrophy. I aimed for the moon, then landed on Ganymede. I'm coming for the crown, address me as your majesty. I grab a mic and give you something fatal, like babies rocking on the treetops and the wind hits the cradle. I'm here to do to a rapper when Netflix did a cable. They good from day one, I've been great since prenatal. I'm overlooked cause I appear with soft disabled, but in my head I'm breaking bread with Satan at the table. He's saying put my paper where my mouth is once I'm able, with lyrics sweet as cake, singing the beat as killed like Abel. How many times do I gotta say it? Look, I'm hellacious with my statements, I can say it to the pavement. Amazing on a stage, pensive with a pen. When I get a verse to vent, I post up like a 10. I'm in a black sheep Benz getting baked, making dough when I spit 16s like my mouth can't close. Cause the braggadocious, I came to boast to leave you comatose. I stay rocking, non-stop, and I never show. Me and my thoughts, always intimate. These suckers always impotent. But look, you're insolent. And look, I ain't that big, but still, my features cost more than Brooklyn Red. But right now, I don't know where I'm fitting in. Cause, yo, hands up, what are y'all doing? Hands up! Look, let me get it like this, look. I'm the punk rock Mozart, one shot show off in, one take go hard on, and with my skill, my wordplay crazy, my flow is great enough, move a crowd with a narrate, I ain't saying I'm a virtual, so dead, but I still go, logo, high bars, cold flow, look, I got the dictionary in a chokehold, cold like a cold flow, sweeter than a roll-on. The Greeks had Socrates, y'all have me. I'm choking gasoline, so my bones atrophy. I aim for the moon, landed on Ganymede, so I can dance upon the beat like I'm a ballerine. The Greeks had Socrates,
but now you got me. Pardon me for acting like I'm in the God figure. Did a little acid, this is psychedelic picture, rolling scripture. I raised that thing up high like Simba into delivery. The words spoken like coke from Medellin. I'm on to better things. Parameters are meddling. The dust is never settling. The mix is always tantalizing. Moving on to new horizons. Mike Dean or is that Ryan? Brother sleeping, I ain't trying. But again, I'm always ready. And we ain't to be beheaded. I don't even have my senses till you get that summer blessing. Time of the prophet with some wild intentions. I'm comatose, applying heavy pressure. Wanna mess with me, I might just put your ass on a stretcher. My hot box got a gravitational pull. Time travel on the pavement till I bust my skull. Eating on these beats past the point of being full. Sharpening my sword so the slash never dull. I'm tryptophaning off the DMT here eternally, so my bones will never atrophy. This that masterpiece, so please pass me the green. It's my life grade, brother. I can master things that probably get you paid, brother. Ride the wave like politicians, bars might give you godly visions. This that acid spinning lab magician, crafting verbal cataclysm. I hear the joint and down on endless rhythm, sitting with the saturated system, trying to pass my limits.
Why are y'all sitting down? Are you guys bored or something? Now, before I close this, come on, we gotta get this energy up. Look. It's young Mallet, young Mallet, young, 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 young. Thank you so much, everybody. You've been a great audience. Ryan on sax, Mike Lee on sax, Alex DeLazzari on sax, Adrienne on trumpet, John on trumpet, Dorian on flugelhorn, Will on trumpet, Adrianna on violin, Derick on guitar, Matt on drums, Dom on bass, Steve Nelson on vibraphone, Oscar Perez on piano, Bill on upright bass, Roland on percussion, Nathan on percussion, Amodia on percussion. I play vibraphone, I play the drums, I sing sometimes. I'm Pierce Sparni. Some of y'all know me as Sparni or Young Mallet. Thank you, everybody. I'm really tired and I'm hungry. Go home. Thank you.